The prices of fuel has gone up, and of course we all know how angry we get about paying more for electricity, and we don't have it. Currently stage 6. But there are other issues associated with stage 6 blackouts. Well, any blackouts really. It's the criminality. Earlier on we were hearing from Bafadile Morana here in Johannesburg about the effect it's having not just on traffic, of course, but the safety of people in and outside of their homes. Let's head down to the city of Cape Town. Reporter Kevin Brandt there for us this morning. Hello to you, Kevin. In the dark, it's when the criminals come out to play, isn't it?
That is the narrative that many communities here in the Western Cape, in Cape Town, definitely have, saying that they've experienced increases in criminality, particularly during nighttime here in the community. I'm outside of the Steenberg police station, where common robbery between the period April this year and the end of June went up by about 1.9%. Robbery with aggravating circumstances went up during that period by 4.6%. But here to tell us a bit more about that is Mark Rousseau. He is the spokesperson for the Steenberg Community Policing Forum. Mark, thank you for speaking to us. During load shedding, do you see in the community that there's a marked increase in criminality in the community?
Good morning. There has been a marked increase. Load shedding has had an impact, like all other communities. It has an impact on the community served by the Steenberg precinct. So what has happened, the load shedding in the early morning has affected people going to work, are being robbed in the morning. And then also the period between 2 a.m. in the morning and 6 o'clock in the morning. That is when your crimes, like cable theft, theft of gate motors, and also there was a period where we experienced an increase in theft of water meters. So that is how our load shedding has impacted the crime in the precinct. But I must accolade the police. They have done well. The crime stats have come down a lot for the last 5 months. And that has been done because the Steenberg police has forged a relationship with the local security companies, which has come to the party. They assist, and also what the police have done in the mornings in particular, they have what they call a blue light patrol. So the vehicles will go around the area where the hotspots are with the blue lights on to show visibility, and that also has helped in bringing crime down. And also law enforcement has been stationed at the Steenberg police station. They've been working in conjunction with SAPS now since the end of August, and they're going to be here for the foreseeable future. And also what has helped in curtailing the crime is the shot spotter in Lavendale. That is largely reduced the gang violence, your attempted murders, your murders, in terms of the gang violence.
We last week saw how the city of Cape Town rolled out new technology to help law enforcement authorities better combat criminality and to tighten the noose around these perpetrators. Do you see that measures such as that and many others will now at present and in future also help to bring down crime?
It definitely will. One of the neighbourhood watches, one of the security companies, private security companies that came on board with the police have got that in place already. So that will greatly assist, and obviously working with law enforcement or the city's enforcement agencies, law enforcement agencies will help in curtailing the crime, and it's borne fruit already. Because also the shot spotter is a city initiative in conjunction with the police, and that already has reduced the shooting incidences in Lavendale in particular.
Mark, lastly, just back to manpower as well as feet on the ground. In your talks with police, your communication with them, have they indicated whether or not they've deployed additional resources, in particular to hotspot areas here in the precinct?
In terms of the police, not really, but the resources that have been deployed as additional resources are the law enforcement. They've assisted greatly in curtailing the crime in Lavendale, the gang violence, and across the precinct. So that is really the additional resources. And then I must come in and accolade the neighbourhood watches, because we've got a strong neighbourhood watch contingent in this precinct. And without the neighbourhood watches, the police won't be as effective as they are, because the neighbourhood watches, they really patrol in the evenings, they patrol after hours, and they patrol early mornings. So the neighbourhood watches have played a big role in curtailing the crime in this precinct.
Thank you very much for your time, Gareth. That's Mark Rousseau. He's the spokesperson for the Steenberg Policing Forum, giving us an indication of what the increases in crime look like, particular time frames during a 24-hour period, early hours of the morning, as well as early evening when people make their way to and from work, saying that there is definitely an increase and that load shedding definitely plays a role within crime being committed within this policing precinct.